Welcome back, it's Candace. Okay, so obviously I can't count. That's why there was no video today. I thought I had one extra, but nope, did not. Okay, we are going to make, it's similar to the, you know how you have the envelope flip in there that I add to. Well, this time we're going to do a pocket flip inside a signature with a hidden pocket. So same thing, we're using a little thank you card as our base. This is a different one. This one here just had some orange and greens and yellows. I thought it went good with this little journal that I'm working in. I'm trying to put a few little things in here. And then I had some of the deli paper that I'm putting around there, and then some of the brown striped papers from J. Lulu. Sorry, didn't mean to mess that one up. Anyway, so let me just, what we're going to do is, we're going to do this, and then we'll come back and I'll show you how I attached it in here. So let me see if I can not lose that one. Alright, so all we have is this envelope, you know, that came in the little note card. So this is what our note card looked like. And we're going to open it up and we're going to cut it because I'm just using it for a top tuck. So let me go ahead and trim this edge off. I might have to cut, well, I might have to cut it off some more. We'll wait to cut it until after we make our pocket, because after I sew around it, then I need to see how much space I actually need. So, I know, started off already wrong. Anyway, what I do is I cut both sides of the pocket so it's open, because in order to put your glassine paper on there and to sew it, you have to be able to open it to sew your top so you can glue them back on. So now I'm going to put this on, because this is going to be tucked on the bottom, because this is, you know, it's going to be glued to your page, and depending on if you want a left, you know, flip out or a right flip out. I think I'm doing a left flippy. So I'm going to go ahead and ink around it. If I can find my inker. Whoa, always a fiasco. Oops. Okay, so I'm just going to ink. I guess I need to erase my, I know I had to make myself notes so I didn't forget. It's sad, but that's what erasers are for. So just go ahead and ink around it, because it's easier to ink it before you glue your stuff. And I'm just going to go ahead and open this to ink around there real quick. And then make sure that, like, see here how your envelopes are they're always in some need of little repair. So we're just going to go ahead and repair our little envelopes, because we need them to be all the way sealed so we don't have problems tucking stuff in and out of it. Alright, so we have that. Alright, so now let me trim the top of my paper off. And you don't have to use lined paper. I just thought it would, you know, just be a little different. So let me just see where I want to cut it. And then we'll measure. I mean, if you just want to use plain coffee dye paper, that's fine. But I just thought this would be a little different. And then we're going to see how much we need to cut up top. And then you just need to back it down a little more, because after we glue this together, we're going to be putting the little notch up top, and then cutting up here also. Well, it's already cut, so duh. We just need to put a notch in there. Oh my gosh, y'all, I'm telling you, I'm regressing. So we're going to cut right there. Alright, and then let me just ink around here. And then We're going to attach this to here, but before I do this, I want to go ahead and put some extra book page behind here. Oh, no, I don't. I'm not doing a side tuck. I'm doing a top tuck. Oh, y'all, I'm not starting this video over. Anyway. Oh, my gosh. I apologize. Just not been with the program the last couple days. That one needs a little more glue underneath there. But, you know, you don't want to glue it shut because we're going to be using it as a pocket. So, same old thing. Just make sure you trace around your envelope. So this is on here. I sure hope I'm doing this right. Oh my gosh. Alright, so we have that on there. Alright. Let me just get that because that little part of that envelope tab is showing. I don't want it to show white. Alright, so now I'm going to take my coffee dye deli paper and I'm going to put it around here. And so if you, I mean, I just had these little scraps laying around and these just happen to be like half of a half. Worked just perfect. So, but I do need to cut. Cut it off right there. So let me see if this is going to trim. I mean, cut my little trimmer with one little layer. Yeah, I did pretty good. All right, so and I'm leaving the oh, I need to ink the back. I'm leaving the back white so that way you can write on it. But if you want to, you know, cover it up, that's up to you too. But I'm leaving mine white so you can see that on there and it, you know, doesn't look white anymore. All right. Whoa. So let me see. I'm going to use my mono, even though I think the other stuff has worked fine, but I'm just going to put this around here, not too thick, just enough, because I want it to stick on there, and then we're going to, like I said, we're going to sew the top, then come back, glue it together. And it looks like I still may have to trim this thing. Doggone. Oh well. Don't ever think anything's even when you cut it. Or envelopes is why they're at the Dollar Tree. Alright. I'm just going to wrap this around here. And see, I mean, it ended up being just right this way, but I'm going to have to trim down here because that wasn't straight. So let me put a little more glue around here. And we'll have to give it a minute to dry before we go sew. That just gives you some crinkle and some extra texture and all that fun stuff. Alright. So let me put this up real quick. And then we need to trim off our overages on our not so even trim in the first place. And then we're going to let this dry just a little bit. Before we sew it. So while that's drying, I just wanted to show you too that you could do it with regular envelopes. It doesn't have to be, you know, that size. But I just took a regular, I guess it's, I don't know what number it is, but it's just a regular letter envelope. Oh, I know. 2 for 2. And then let's just, oh, I need to cut it open because I'm going to sew on here. Well, let's do a no-sew. Let's just do a plain one, no-sew. We'll do a sew on that other one and a no sew on this one. Oops. Let's do a dropsy on this one. Yeah, everybody else is getting nice cool weather. But no, not us. It's in the 80s. Oh my gosh. I watched Gail's little thing. She's there in her long sleeves. I just need to make sure if I need to repair here, which this one has a little bit of tear. In her sweatshirt and stuff. And man, I'm in sandals, shorts, short sleeves. But I know as soon as it gets cold, it's going to be cold because it gets cold down here in our basement. Oh, I have like 3 little heaters that I have running. Sometimes they flip our breaker because when whoever, the fool that built this house, ran this whole area on one circuit breaker. So by the time I have all these lights on and everything else, it has issues. So yeah, so if we're filming and we suddenly go dark in the winter, you know what happened. My heater, one of my heaters flipped the circuit. It's either that or have, you know, different, my sponge is starting to crumble again, a million extension cords running from everywhere, and then I'm going to trip and break my neck. Alright, enough wine. There's your wine for the day. But I do want to warn you that I will be wearing a glove because you have this hand where I broke it. I don't get very, you know, really good circulation, so it really gets cold in the winter, so I have to wear a little fingerless glove just to help keeping it warm. And I do have to sleep with them too because, I mean, it's like the dead. You wake up in the morning and, you know, if anybody was to touch this hand or even up to halfway up my arm and wonder if I was dead or alive, they would pronounce me dead because it's that bad. So, alright. So now we're going to put this on the back here. And we're going to follow our little envelope. I know this isn't new to a lot of you old people, older journalers, but it is a little new to some. And then, like I said, if you're doing any of these little TNs, this is a good size pocket. A top pocket flip for it, because it's skinnier than the other ones. Alright. Oops. Come on, work with me, little card. Then let me see, since I'm running my mouth about putting it into a journal, let's see about this little one. What I have, what kind of papers that will go in here, or will it fit? Like that. That works good, and you can still write on it this way, and then we'll cover that one up with some more coffee dye paper. Or do I want it somewhere else in here? Yeah, I need to flip through these so you can see them. I don't know, that one's got that extra toots and whistles in here. Well, it wouldn't hurt. Okay, then talk myself out of it. So now I need to find, well, this is parchment paper, but that's too much, that's too white on white. Even though this is the white one, I kind of wanted some of that other stuff. Hold on. I have a sheet around here. I brought an extra sheet. You know, I've got to stop hoarding this stuff. Alright. But it smells so good. Where's my little... Oh, right here. Alright. Let me just fold it in half and see what I need. Yes, it's feeding time, so if you hear those monsters barking, you know what's up. Okay. So let me just trim this around. We'll trim it off better when we get it on here. Whoops. Alright, let me move this out of the way. Yes, there's Molly. That girl don't miss a meal. That's why she's so round. Shoot. None of them miss a meal. So where's my shiny? Oh, that's my shiny. I'm folding it the wrong way. Because I want my shinier part on the inside, because this is more matte, and this you can write on with most any kind of pen. Okay. So, yep. Definitely going to have to trim, because I didn't take the time the first time. So we're going to cut on this line here. And then let's see how much more I got to trim on this side. That one's okay. My back just a little bit. Well, that didn't work so well. Sometimes that waxy stuff cuts on there, and sometimes it doesn't. Okay. I'm going back for more. We're going to try to cut the top. All right, that worked double. I know I'm being picky about what side I want it on. Okay, I want this side. Sorry. And then, okay, we're going to try it with our art glitter glue and see what it does. I know. Being brave. I mean, we're going to be brave on the one that I'm not going to sew. Well, that wasn't very smart. And speaking of not being smart, I didn't put my timer on. Hello. All right. And then we'll flip it over and we'll glue this side down. Yes, that's a little girl. Fergie. Now you're going to hear the whole herd trampling down the stairs. Oh my gosh. Alright. So that's that one. I mean, it's just plain and simple. But I'm going to go ahead. I need to glue this side down because we're still going to make it a top fold, so I should have glued it beforehand. But let's just run a little bit of glue on the inside. Whoa. And then we'll give it a minute. And then I said I was doing this. Yeah, I already forgot. We would definitely, let me see, maybe this one. Then we have like some dark on dark, but no, it's too much on the curve. Let me go back to my original, which I forgot what my original one, because I didn't mark it. I think I had it against the, no, it is pretty on that. No, that's too thin to put it on. Okay, change my mind. I know. Let's see, where's my middle? There's my middle. That's that one. Can't go on there. So I'm guessing it must have been on here. Alright, so we're going to glue it on here, but I do need to do my top. Let me wave my little thing down. Alright, so let me Let me trim across the top real quick. Oh, let me let you see what I'm doing. I know I should be trimming on my, whatever that is. My little mini guillotine. My little cutter. But I did not. Alright. And so let's make a little thumb hole punch in here. Let's see if I can get this in there. That is the drawback of not cutting the sides. Well, now, if you don't mind the little blue, then it's, it's not gonna, you don't have to back it with some other paper, but if you don't like the blue, then you can back it, but I kind of like the blue. Alright. So now, I'm going to glue this on here. Oops. Let me ink this side, just in case you see some of it when it flips. Okay. Alright, I want to put it in here. And smush that down. Yes, we're going to cover that. But, oh, and I can't use this card in here because it's for the other envelope. Okay. Hold on, let me get another little envelope thing. I know. Hold on. Where was I? My ruler, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, so this is, I need to get a piece of coffee dye paper, 3 3/8. So let me see what I have over here, because that's what I was looking for that I forgot. I know I should have had it ready, but I didn't. All right, so I need to cut a piece 3 3/8. I honestly thought I had one, but I was wrong. 3 3/8. And then if you want a different, different pattern, then use this little thing on the envelope. Might bother me. All right, and then we want to cut it right here because we want it to cover the envelope part so you don't see the envelope parts. And if you just want to put it down like that, that's fine, but everything else in this little journal is inked, so we're going to ink around it. I mean, even if we're just lightly inking, a little dust. Okay. And then let's glue it down. Okay, and then we're going to cover our little envelope flap, and that way when you close it you don't see any of it, but then you have another place for writing, and then you don't see the flap, so you've kind of, you've covered your flap. And I think I want to go ahead and kind of go in the crease here because I didn't bend the envelope flap over apparently and ink it so you wouldn't see it. Well, now we've covered it up. And then this, we need to make an index card. Looks like 3 1/4 by 6 1/2. So let's get, let me see, 3 1/4. I think got some scraps back here. Hey, let's see. Oh, this is 3. This might be too skinny. Nope, nope. Actually, we needed a 3. All right, and then I don't want it to poke up too high, so let's trim it off right there. And then we'll just put that in there, and we will decorate that later. So, but there you go. You have a little crinkle. This one's the no-sew with some little paper underneath there just so you can, you know, see it in case you don't want to decorate it. And then the back, we have some more of the little nice sounding. And then this here. And then if you, you know, if you don't like that little, what's poking out, this color does not go with it. But this is a little strip that I had. So use some of your little strips and cover that up. All right, so that's that one. Let me, uh-oh. I done lost my little pink clip. Oh my gosh. There it is. We put him over there. And then we'll get back to our other one that we started. Oh, it's right here. Good gosh, people. All right, so now that it's like that, I'm going to go and I'm going to sew across the top. And then we will put this in here. But I want to go ahead and put my little thumb hole in here before I go sew. So we will be in there. Alright, so it's easier to sew around that. Alright. So let me go sew around that and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. So I sewed around the tops. Oops. I guess I need to erase here. Oh my gosh. Anyway. And let's, I know we're going to glue it together, but I still feel better about putting a little glue on the ends of my sewing spots. And so that way, since it's sewed on top, we can fold it over and then glue the top and bottom down, and then we'll go back and sew around here and here and here, so that way we have the stitch look. Now I need to go ahead and ink the inside because I can see all that white, but I didn't need to see it. All right, let me trim my little threads. Oh, I got the wrong scissors. I know. All right. Oops. And then you see I didn't repair my little envelope parts that well, because you know you don't want your tag or your card getting stuck on there. All right. So I guess I need to wipe my little mat off. All right. So let me go ahead and glue around the edges. After that dries, we'll go around and sew around all that, and then that gives us another one of those hidden pocket flips. Okay, so that's that one. Let me set it over here so we can dry. And then we'll go back to this one. that we were working in, our first one. So this is the little pocket, our altered envelope that we've turned into a hidden flip. So now we want to put some paper on here so we can write on it. So I already went ahead and cut it. So we're going to put that in there. But let me, because once again, I didn't ink on this part of the flap, and you're going to see it in there. All right, and then we'll ink around here. And which side do I want? Oh, I think I want this side, because this one doesn't have that much white in it. All right. Then we're going to glue it down. And I got one other thing like this that I want to show you and do. Alright, but let's put this in here. And we want it just a little on top and a little on bottom, so that way when you flip this you don't see it. Because we're going to put a little tab on here so we can flip. But there's your hidden journaling spot on this one. And if we'd have put the other one on color paper, then it would have been more of a hidden pocket type thing, but that's that one. So, and that's in this little journal. So we'll do a flip through on that after I get these done. Okay, so we have that. All right, so now we're going to take another envelope and let's ink around it. This one, I want some other color. And let me just go ahead and hit this side, since I know it's always in my way. And this one too, because I can't remember which way we're going to put it. Alright, so, alright. And let's see, I can tell right here, this needs to be repaired. So let's just glue it down some more so we don't have any problems. And then we'll come over here and glue this. Alright, now, I'm hoping this is going to work the same way. Don't know. Alright, so if we're going to glue it like this, then we're going to see that. So I think we're going to glue it this way. Well, no. I guess I want it this way. I want it to be a left flip, so I got to remember that. Alright, so, but do I want to? Yes. Okay, so I'm going to trim my sides down. I know, talking to myself on this one. Woo! Gosh, I almost trimmed the wrong way. So glad I looked. Alright, let's cut a hair off the very edges so we can see my little hair. So we can open it up, and then let me just check in here, make sure. Yep, these need to be glued down. Oops, drove off that road. All right, so since this is going to be like this is going to be my back. I need, what color paper? Ooh, hey, I had a piece over here, and this is going to go great with what's on front. Okay, so let's just see where we need it. We'll cut it right there. All right, and then we're going to cut there. this one, I'm going to use parchment paper. And see, I think that might be too muted. But for what I want to do on the front, it's going to work just fine. So let me just, I'm going to go ahead and ink this and glue this one on there. Because we're going to leave this like it is. So since we're not covering it with anything extra, we're definitely going to need to put some book page on there to reinforce the side. So, whoa. I got this over there, so let's just do that. I know I'm going to use my scissors, but then I'm going to use my cutter. Because I need a straighter line than I know I'm going to give myself with some scissors. Alright, and then we're just going to don't read that. Alright, so we have that on there. Oh, see, I didn't need it, but it's on there because we're doing this away, but I got confused because I wasn't sewing. So let me just glue it on here. I know I'm confusing y'all. That's okay. I've confused myself. What else is new? But I'm going to need it open in a minute because I still have to sew my other thing on there that, since I'm doing something different, yeah. I'm just excited about what I'm getting ready to do. And I got out of hand, out of line. I know what's my excuse any other time. Well, I don't know. But I am excited about this one. All right, so let me just squish, make sure I'm all good back there. Get all my junk off here. Move you out of my way. Okay, so what did I say now? This way. Get with the program. All right, so now I'm going to put a piece of fabric on here. So let me make sure I've frayed enough, which I have, but I still need a little more ink down here. All right, and we're going to put this on with some Fabri-Tac. Got to shake it down, down. Oops. Got to get my little nozzle clean. And I saw on somebody's, oh, good grief, oh, don't know the name, but if you take your Fabri-Tac and smear it out, then this won't seep through your fabric if it's light. But since my fabric's kind of dark, I'm not gonna care, because we have that. Now you say, well, can't write on that. Well, I know I can't write on that, but I'm about to be able to write on that because I'm putting some of this on here. I know it mutes it down, but let me see. Where's my other paper? Hold on, I'm back here now. Got a big old rat in the house. Digging through my vellum. Oh yeah, okay, so we're doing vellum. So we're going to cut a piece of vellum. Well, I'm hoping I'm going to tear a piece of vellum. Let me, here we go. And then we will tear it right here. You know, because I did want to see it in the parchment was just too thick. You weren't going to be able to see through it. And then I need to just take a little bit off of here. We'll make that on the bottom since it's, but you can write on here now. I was thinking the other, but you know, it didn't work out. So let me get some gently ink around here. Don't want to be my normal crazy ink and Candace. We're going to be gentle ink and Candace. I can do it. I know I can. I can see I got glue on my fingernails. I know. Oh, it's still there. Get off of me. Alright, I got it. I got it. I got it. So now, we're going to use our Fabri-Tac. And we're going to go around. But you know, I really didn't need to fray it, dummy. But it made me feel good to fray, so I frayed. Just make sure you got enough glue to hold it down and to make sure that, you know, your fabric's not going to fray anymore as long as you got a good, even little coating on there. Speaking of fraying, you know. Alright. So then we're going to, I hope I've been in frame. Oh, that would be horrible. Let me see. Yep. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for that one. Alright, so we're going to wiggle it over a little bit. And it is going to show through, but we're going to stitch around it so you won't be able to see it. So, let me just go ahead and mush it a little bit. And then we'll have to wait a few minutes for it to dry. But, oh, I think it's going to be cute when it's done. So if you got some fabric scraps, put them behind some vellum or some of the clear deli paper, which I think it would have worked just fine on here too, but I was trying to use something different. Oh, so let me just squish that. Better, and then we're going to set aside, let it dry. Alright, now, doggone, where was I? Oh no. I know, y'all get tired of it. Trust me, I am. Alright, let me let it dry for a minute, and then I will come back and show you what it looks like dried and sewed, and then we will finish that one up. I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I'm back. I sewed around it, and I did do the thumb hole notch in here, but it does not work with your punches. So if you're wondering, well, how did you do that? Well, I turned it over. I used a roll of washi tape, put it on the edge of the paper, traced around it, then cut around it with my fabric scissors, and then I sewed it on. So that's what we have right there. So now we're going to glue our sides up like regular. Yes, and I already put my little glue on my threads to make sure that they stick, and I'm going to go ahead and just put a little down the middle. I know I normally don't do that on this, but I'm gonna. Alright, and then, ouch. We will fold this over, give it a few more minutes to dry, and then I'll go back and sew that one around. So I'll be right back with this one. Hold on. Okay guys, I'm back, and I sewed around it, which turned out really cute. That's our back or front, whichever way you want to do it. Let me just darken my little threads up. Okay, and oops, and this is the way we're having it, and we're going to have a card in there. I don't know, maybe I want a blue one. I might. I don't know yet. Okay, so it's going to go in this journal that I'm getting ready to start working on for real. I got all these other ones laced and done, but they're going to be like semi-naked ones. But this is the Autumn Wonders kit from the Junk Journal Studio that I'm getting ready to do some serious stuff in it. Alright, so we're going to put it on this page. And I want to put it on here because it's kind of got like blue-green on the background. And, you know, blends with the corn and everything. So let's glue our flap down. Better hurry up before I go over. It'll take too much time. Alright. Alright, so I'm going to put it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Kind of right there. Looks to be in the middle. Alright. And then I went ahead, while I was waiting for it to dry and everything, cut a piece of scrap paper just so our card doesn't get stuck going in and out on here. So let me go ahead and glue this down. Whoops. I have to not wear my watch on these because it's catching on all my... Well, I know. I heard you, Judy. Put my little weight on it. Oh. Alright, and let's... glue this down. And what I did is I took the actual card that was in here, cut it down, snipped a corner off because I'm going to use it as a hidden tuck spot. So just need to make sure that my book page is going to be in, and I'm hoping it's not going to catch on that little lip, but we'll see in a minute. Alright, and I just inked around there, and we're going to cover this up with some ephemera later, so, you know, it's not going to matter if it's showing right there. But, okay, I'm not gluing it, and I didn't back it because this is some thick greeting card, the note card size weight paper, so it's going to be, I mean, it's definitely thick enough, and I might have put too much art glitter glue on there, but, well, it's too late, and I squirted it out now. Alright, and let's put that in there. Make sure our thing's going to close and that we don't see it. So we have that. And then we're going to use this other part of it to cut it down and to make a tag to go inside of there. So that's what we're going to do with that. So that's not getting wasted. I know, I don't want to scuff my card up. I told you once I started doing this again, there's no going back. Alright. So, that's that one. Alright. Well, there you go. Now we're going to have a pocket in here. Let's see, how wide is this? We'll go ahead and cut this. I think I might have time. Oh. Because we're going to be using it. So it looks like 3 1/4. So we'll just go ahead and cut this down to 3 1/4. And then we're just going to cover it with paper. Yeah. I feel like my little... Oh, guys! Sorry, y'all. Well, we're going to cover it because, you know, it's got a glossy back and then thankful on the front. But we'll do that. So that tag will go in there. So that will be there. And then we'll have another one, which I had the other part to this other one, but I'm going to put it up somewhere. Let me see. Wait. Nope, that's not going to work. Oh, I got a coffee dye over here. Hold on. I know. That's all I... Hold on. But that's going to go in there, but it's not going to be like that. But you get the, you get the idea. So, there you go. We have another hidden tuck pocket that we put fabric on, stitched around it, and then use the other part of the actual greeting card, and we're going to make a side tuck pocket, and then we're going to put a piece of ephemera on here from the kit once we get going. And there you go. That is our little actually 3 little projects for the day. So I hope you enjoyed this. I know it was a rough start in the beginning, but thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing some of your time with me. I guess I was cockeyed the whole time. Anyway, what else is new? Thanks for sharing some of your time with me, some of your day with me. I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for your love and support. Lots of kisses, lots of love. Have a great day and a blessed day, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye, guys.